a little bit loud. Feels a bit loud. I don't know why. Just a little bit loud. Feel a little bit loud. You feel a little loud. Feel a little loud. Stroke. Hi everybody. Welcome back to Brandon has a little bit of a just a little bit of a stroke. Just a little bit of a stroke. 97 stroke. I would like to finish him. Let's finish this guy. Who would? We do a bit of darts, right? Good French for everybody. Raise that team combo bullshit. Just so that.
Welcome! What do you play?
What do you want to do?
Because Yusuke needs friendship, and I think doing the friendship as well. I don't know what Futaba's does.
Hey, hey!
Thank you!
Hey!
Team
Well then.
game. Actually, can we get Ryuji to leave and we'll bring
Let us go.
Makoto here? Because, you know.
Stay calm.
Oh.
Okay. Yes! For real?
Could do it though.
It's my turn.
I thought he was gonna hit fucking 3 triples. I thought he was gonna show me up in what I was trying to do.
I
In
see.
round 3. Perfect time certainly flies when you're having fun.
Take it from here. How could this be?
Yep. Oh,
Fucking it up.
Let's go.
Put a point for me, please. Carry on one bar.
It's my turn.
Yusuke, please don't fuck it up like I did. I don't get perfectly down to 0.
We will be counting on you. Take it from here.
I don't remember. Okay, yep, but I'm just trying to figure out if... Check out... Oh yeah, it's up, okay. Maybe you have to... Let's see.
This is a problem.
Now see 2 single 17s.
It's you.
A perfect zero and a perfect success. The goddess of victory has smiled upon us.
Not bad.
Hey,
Yo, I want to go next. I don't want to call it a day, but I don't want to fucking do it with Ryuji.
yeah, let's go.
Like they do with Harp. No offense for Ryuji, but you know, I've already finished
Yeah,
it.
let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Whoa. For real? Yes.
Yeah.
Guess I'm up. I'm going all out.
All
Sucker.
right, I got this.
I thought Ryuji was done. Yeah, I don't know. I would have liked to go with Haru instead, just because I know Haru's not, you know, out. We got round 3. Got this, man.
All yours.
It's fucking losing my mind. Okay, so actually these aren't. That was just bad.
Whoa. For real?
Whoa.
Last round, better not screw us up, huh?
All right, I got this.
Maybe I started this off by playing darts.
Hey. All yours.
Is it, sorry, was that called the Dart Slave? That wasn't T. Master out.
Yeah.
We did it, 0 points. Dude, I'm just the greatest team.
Oh yeah.
Apparently he wasn't maxed out. It's fine.
This is
Oh,
good.
that was some crazy skills. I am maxed out in proficiency though. Oh, darts live.
Hmm.
Not the darts. Yeah.
I had so much fun.
So much fun to play with everyone. I didn't realize how
That
enjoyable it
should do it
was.
for now.
You can train up, have fun at the same time. It's a pretty handy place.
Goodbye.
It's kind of a weird goodbye, Haru. It's very, very weird.
Ah,
The way you said
you're
that.
back. Yo,
A box for you.
Hey. Oh. Hey.
Password! Establishing order or worth. Hmm. Older in years. Merit? No. Stop. Learned. Erudite. Knowledgeable. No, W. It could be long, nope, no else. Sometimes I regret doing these. I wonder if, like, I'm gonna look at the answer and go, yeah, that was obvious. Right? Scholar. I don't even be doing this, honestly. Literally, it's not even worth my time. Oh, I'm so genius. But I don't think actually it's right. Then I think it might be too short if I'm spelling it right. Nah, it's Did he spell this? Yeah. See now? No. You know? Oh. Hey, I'm actually smart. I got it without having to cheat.
All right.
I see. Nice.
I mean, it was fun, really. I don't even have to do them. Why can't I do Hifumi exactly? No, I can't do Sujiro if I'm not smart enough. I think I have to change her mother. That's why I can't. I'm not cool. I'm not kind enough for Sujiro. And I have to change, I'm not kind enough for Sujiro. I'm not charming enough for Makoto. I'm not gutsy enough for, EY. And I need to go talk to, her mother in the Shadow Realm. She is the devil. Do I have any deals for the devil? I do not. So Jiro's just watching me, like, flipping my phone, put my phone back down, pick my phone again, put it down, pick it up, put it down. He's like, what the fuck is this kid doing? Off the mask.
Hey, inmate.
He's just watching me have a fucking episode right in front of him, just like, yeah, oh, yep, yeah.
You'd like to read the compendium?
Sure.
The inmate needs our wish to perform an execution. Let us begin the search.
Can I make that one? I can actually. I'm gonna laugh at that.
Not terrible, but not
To be
impressive.
fair, that is kind of what I imagined Baphomet to look like. And I don't really particularly care about either of these two, so we're
Select
doing
the
that. Yeah.
skills you'd like to inherit.
I was thinking that blood in the mouth. I think Colonel Conduct is probably the right answer. Oh jeez, boys, it's me, Kermit. You must be the worst fucking Kermit I've ever heard. I guess actually we'd be doing baton pass, and it's probably best to have that, right? I do like Enduring, so...
It will receives, then let us begin.
I've already got my entire team sacrificing their lives for me, so...
Kermit the Frog here, telling you that Baphomet is the way forward. All hail the Dark Lord.
That does sound like something fucking I'd say, honestly. Why would he evade fire?
Well, how's this gonna go?
Get him a little more out of the way. Maybe might be Emperor. Can't do that one. Priestess, I think, is Haru. Judgment of the Green. The Empress from Makoto, or Priestess for...
Not terrible. Select the
Fine,
skills
let's
you'd
move
like
the
to
child away.
inherit.
It will receive some. I see.
I only do one of those a day, and if I'm here already, I should be doing one of these every day, to be honest. Could be finding personas that I have, and just doing one of those every day. It's a good skill to use.
You change your mind? Done already? What? It is time, inmate.
A scoop! The chief suddenly got really weird. Can you come home, Bar, and I can explain more detail? Due to my connection to Baphomet, Jihaha likes me a lot more. So, the chief reduced my quota. He even apologized to me. He has been concerned for my health, which is actually kind of creepy now that I think about it. Anyway, that's not all. He said he's letting me reopen my investigation into what happened to Kaio. Told me he wants me to do everything I can to pursue the truth. I think he was serious. I wonder what happened to make him change so suddenly. He must have had a moment of clarity, honestly. What? Just out of the blue? The whole thing's too convenient. Seems a little fishy, you know? I mean, you asked me for the chief's name the other day, right? Nope. Why aren't you giving him such a hard time? Aren't you the good? I gotta tell him the other good news. I'm getting married. I know where Kaio is. That was a part of the chief's apology to me. Apparently, he did some investigating on his own. So he followed up my journal. He followed up on my journalist friend's source, and turns out she really is alive after all. Thank God. It's incredible news. So, where is she? In mental hospital. That explains why she hasn't been able to contact me this whole time. I really want to go see her, but to be honest, I'm afraid. Afraid to know the truth. Not just about Kaio's current state, but about what happened to her that night, too. I know. Honestly, I shouldn't be afraid to face the truth I've been chasing for so long, but I am. I won't let that stop me, though. I'll do this. I'm going to see her, no matter what happens. I need to see this through to the end. Otherwise, I wouldn't be Ichigo Oya, journalist extraordinaire. I'm really glad I talked to you about this. I never would have made up my mind without your help. You know, you're way more than just some high school kid. You're almost like my guidance counselor. I got one of those. He sucks. I hate the guy. I'm sorry. Is there a... Does that devil have a pair of breasts and also the faint outline of a penis?
All right.
Oh, by the way, everything with the chief worked out okay, but the higher-ups are still keeping an eye on me. So I'll I need to keep the juicy tidbits coming. I can't stop writing about the Phantom Thieves now. Alright, let me see what you have for me today. Let me see what you have for me today. Ooh! It's not what I wanted. I mean, I need it, but it's not what I want. Can't wait for next time. Hiya, you good to talk? Thanks for pushing me to go see Kaio. I'm a journalist. From now on, I'm always gonna chase the truth. I'm always gonna chase the truth. Yeah, I guess you can never be too careful. Life's full of surprises. I'll come back to get with some awesome stories, so let's meet up again. Okay, I'm gonna hang up. Gotta pack up for my big trip. See ya.
This sight pisses me off. I keep coming here to get angry.
Oh, yes.
There haven't been many reruns of historical dramas recently. There haven't been, yeah, it's a fucking statement. Have there? I wonder if the Phantom Thieves had a hand in that. Many of those shows had noble thieves and shady people. Given current trends, it may be seen as insensitive. Nezumi Kozo was one of the gentleman thieves of the Edo period. According to one theory, he stole over 1 billion yen, making him the most wanted man of the area. Now then, Titan-kun.
Do you know the answer?
He was to be paraded through the city and punished in a very particular way. How was he punished? Nice cheat.
This is it.
Very good.
That's right, one of the most severe punishments done in the Edo period, in fact. Right before his execution, they did something to his appearance. They put light makeup and lipstick on him and made him wear a beautiful kimono. The old Mulan treatment. The parading around town of well-known criminal was sort of performed back in the day. Business would have been satisfied if he looked shabby. Wow, that impression, is he really a criminal? Dude, it's been a fucking year, let it go! I wonder what'll happen if those families get arrested. These days, it won't be their heads that we put on display. People are having fun thinking about that, huh? Take this. Why can't they give me, like, charm for being so charming after being intelligent as fuck? I just answer questions elegantly.
Hey!
Haru... Kemi... Takumi... Takumi-kun... Kinya... Well, Makoto we can't talk to, which is we're not cool enough for Makoto, apparently. That's something Makoto cares about. How does a child teach me about releasing bullets? Question. Is it like an in-game mechanic, or like, you know... She is the priestess, right? No, it's Makoto. She's Empress. She's today. No, we get to see it. Have you decided what the plan for today? Let me know if we're meeting up. I'll be on the roof of the wing, tending for the garden. Really? Okay, got it. Haru, what are you saying? Go still fucking chicken on me. Just need to wait the day of the announcement.
Thank you!
Why, thank you! Vegetables and planters are doing well. I'd share them if you'd like.
Thank you!
Oh, so you really, you'll take a look. Thank you. Well, I'm gonna take a walk. Fuck this shit. I'm out. It's always quite a mysterious thing. Within its gentle care, even a tiny seed can awaken, spread its root and grow it up toward the sun. It's almost like a mother. Perhaps that aspect is why I find the place so comforting. I never had a mom. She's dead. Haru, what?
To be honest,
You know, I only started taking care of these planters because one of my teachers asked me to. I was hesitant at first, but I liked it so much that I kept them long last past the original thrust. I started mixing my own fertilizer, adjusting soil ratios. Now I raise these plants in complete secret. But, Brandon-kun, I'm worried that the school might do what they might do if they found out about this. The Phantom Thief doesn't worry. Oh, right. Well, I guess I'll have to make sure this stays an underground operation. Or maybe a rooftop operation? I'm getting excited just thinking about it. Honestly, Brandon-kun, I really enjoy the time we spent together. I'm so different from how I feel when I'm around him. Oh, sorry, I meant my fiancé. That reminds me, though, I want to ask your advice about him. Sorry, you didn't break that off. This whole arrangement began when my father was first introduced us around the winter of my first second year in high school. Sorry, what? You. Just a second year, not the first. She didn't even held back. I mean, the heart, like the kind of person who might, just once as a treat. I was told we were meeting his friends for dinner, but then he said that friend was to be my fiance. It was surprising, but I suppose I had always known it would someday get married off the political game, so I accepted that it was the start of our relationship. Oh, but no relationship stuff happened, just to be clear. Anyway, I was never exactly fond of him to begin with, but now he's grown far worse. Recently, he's even suggesting we go on an early honeymoon together to celebrate our upcoming marriage. I can't even stand to look at him, though, let alone spend any actual prolonged time together. So, what can I say to decline his offer? I feel like I'm afraid of flying is probably the right answer. She wants something that, but, about that. As you know, my father passed away before he could fulfill his promise to rescind the marriage proposal. Any conversation about putting a halt to the marriage will have to come from me. To tell the truth, I've already mentioned to my fiance, but he refuses to listen to a single word I have to say. He's even telling the employees of Kumura Foods the contract he made with my father. How the company would have to pay extreme reparations if it got called off for any reason. I just don't know how to handle this. I can propose it while I'm still at high school, but after that... Thinking about it now, it seems my father's death has turned out to be quite favorable for my fiancé. After all, he's now engaged the majority shareholder of a massive company. I'm sorry. What contract would pass on to you as you did not sign it legally? I just feel like you got the money to hire a lawyer for this kind of thing, Haru, and that you really shouldn't be asking me as a generic high school first-year student. Possibly, it would be good to seek legal advice. A contract that he probably haven't even fucking seen personally. I suppose in the end, all he really cares about is his own personal gain. That's what a relationship is supposed to be built on. It should be something more. Something like a love so intense that it just seeing each other makes your chest tighten up. Ah, what I have
I'm
for
not so
Gaba.
sure.
What? have you experienced that? Really? That's so romantic. I'm actually a little jealous of you and the girl. But there's no spark like that with my fiance. You talk about it just feels the fucking change in the force. Spending time with him is almost like some kind of training.
Yes.
Still, any hardships I go through now will surely help the Phantom Thieves. Eventually, I'll get through this. I get sense and earnest resolve.
All right.
Oh, it's getting late. I should probably get back to my gardening. Well, I think I'll stay here a little while longer.
Goodbye.
Bye. 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 So the fucking R's like now. Sorry for the sudden call. Remember how we talked about my fiance? He won't stop asking me to spend the weekend with him. My excuse was that my friend was calling me, so here I am, away from him. Yeah, it's hard to avoid him when he's so aggressive. He's been getting more and more persistent. At this rate, I don't know how long I can play along. But hearing your voice calmed me down a bit. Thanks for listening to me. I'll let you go for now. See you later.
Ah, you're back.
Oh. But I don't think we can do the plan yet. Okay, we can't do Sojiro because we're not cool enough for him. We ain't cool enough for Sojiro, so we'll be going to Shinjuku. Go back to the Crossroads, because that's the name of the bar.
Oh, honey.
Don't give it to me.
Who's going around? Ugh. Gotta talk about Kyle's case. It's important. You have a minute?
Thanks.
Thanks. Stop standing. Sit down.
Hey!
I went to see Kyle the other day. She's gotten so skinny. She looked almost like a stranger. She wouldn't say anything either. I think she had a mental shutdown. Is it called? It's still a mystery. She's not in a state where she can talk about what happened. Her doctor said they found her collapsed in the streets just about a year ago now. She's been wandering around the coast without any belongings, so the director's wife took her in. Is there any hope of recovery? All we can do is pray. Either way, Kaio is still a suspect. So bringing her back here would just put her in danger again. So we'll never know what happened with that bureaucrat. Not necessarily. I have her hair clip. Looks like an ordinary accessory, but inside is a miniature camera built inside. Inside. Remember that voicemail where she said she had something big? Well, it was all in the hair clip. So then, it's a picture of a bureaucrat's secret meeting. The other party must be the other one behind the slush fund. And that other party is one of Shido's confidants. Shido, you mean the politician? Can't believe someone close to him would be so horrible. Yep. It's pretty clear the confidant was blackmailing the bureaucrat and killed him for not paying up. Must have managed to escape, but they ended up suffering a mental shutdown somehow. I'm not sure what could happen. What could possibly cause something like that, though? In any case, maybe that's why they decided to leave her alive. They underestimate her journalistic talent. That's an amazing story. It'll be a huge scoop if you're right. But given the current situation, it's going to be difficult to write an article about it. I wouldn't have Kaiu's testimony, and even if I did, I wouldn't be able to corroborate her story. I'd get crushed if they tried to take them out on without being fulfilled. Who do you think I am? I'm gonna do whatever it takes to pursue the truth. I said I need to be fully prepared, didn't I? Just take a while. So then, I've resigned myself to a long battle anyway. I have her photo. Now I gotta get some solid evidence and lay the groundwork to prove her innocence. I'm going to avenge Kaio. Well then, our deal's over. It'll be too dangerous for you to stick on around here from onward. You understand that? The opposition won't think twice about taking down anyone in their way. I'm sure I'll get targeted, so to be safe, you shouldn't come here again. Are you serious? You must have nerves of steel. Jeez, you're really never honest with yourself, Ichigo-chan. You're not gonna find anyone else who listens to you as encouragingly as this guy. You know that, right? It's gonna be a long battle against a tough enemy. You should have him by your side through it.
What?
What? It's not like that. Uh-huh, sure. And what about you, kid? You're not afraid to face danger ahead, are you? Fine. You're sticking with your nose in this on your own free will. Something I can do. I'll solve this case on my own, but I appreciate having a friend who's on my back. Alright, let's have a kickoff party. We're gonna break out the champagne tonight. It'll have to be the cheap stuff. This place isn't classy enough to carry brand names. Oh, I'll grab a new long tea for the kid. The lamest kickoff party ever. I guess the booze doesn't matter though. It's all about the company. Feel my blood growing deeper.
All right.
Oh wait. Go chill the bottle.
Hey!
Hey, so why'd you do so much for me? Well, the first was for the articles, but you don't have any obligation to stay now, do you? Oh, I know. Did you take me seriously when I told the chief we were a couple? Jeez, you kids are so naive. The couple act. I didn't take it seriously, you fucking grandma. Oh, of course. Thank goodness. Would have been way too much trouble to be with a minor. What's taking Lala-chan so long? What's with the heat? I mean, don't you think it's hot in here? Oh, the heat's making me tired.
See you later.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Did you take it seriously? Bye! Ew.
Yo.
Hey, Bren. Hey, Brandon. I'm waiting for you, Brandon. I've been waiting for you, Brandon. Brandon. You know what I'm getting at, right? It's in the calling card on the 18th. Then carry out the plan the next day. You're ready, aren't you? Are you? Actually, I'm worried I've been losing sleep. Just kidding. Don't forget, let's have no regrets. It's our do or die situation. You don't have the option to fail.
Okay, quiet down.
Alright, everyone, quiet down. Taking my lesson for today. Instead of regular class, we'll be reviewing last week's materials. I suggest you all listen carefully. I don't think any of you can, you can slack off, okay? I absolutely won't allow it. No slacking off.
What do you want to do?
I don't need the knowledge. I don't need the sleep. Well, I mean, sleeping is independent. Good question.
Oh,
Ouch.
yeah. Hey,
That was great. We should think I'll call me for this later. Yeah, how are we gonna do that?
hey. Hey, what would you like? Here.
I think it's basically just whatever. Kinda wish I knew there'd be days like this. I don't know how to spend more time on the fucking right now.
I don't like all this.
Welcome.
Utama! Come outside! Come on! Why can't I just, like, force me out Utama like that? Well, it's either theater, right? You can do the theater. I don't really want. I genuinely don't really want. And if I finish flushing her on. So take off my mask.
What can I get you?
Go hang out with kids at the go hang out with all the cool kids at the dart throwing option, I guess. You know, wasted time doing that earlier. We're gonna have to waste time doing it again.
Welcome. What do you play?
Hey,
It wasn't a DVD store outside, was it? No, that was a kind of weird yin and yang symbol.
Take your time.
We gotta go dust that show over a little bit, you know?
Welcome. What do you play?
I don't know what the point of banning billiards is.
What do you want to do?
So Reduce 3 and 3 use case 3. Not doing the catching. Plain and simple.
Hey!
Thank you.
I just want to see how we play against Morgana.
Hey!
Dude,
Shall we go?
Ryuji, man, get the fuck out of here.
Now then.
Ryuji, look, man, I appreciate you as a friend, but, you know, I need to fucking, you know...
For real? Oh. For real? I'll be back.
I just want to see what's that.
This is where I come
Or she
in.
could boop. I like how, you know, we're just allowing a cat to play darts. And, like, everybody's like, nice fucking Morgana.
Yes. It's all yours. Yes. Oh. Yes. I see. This is where I come in.
Your teammate finishes his way.
Huh? Then. Well,
Fucking Morgana! What a fucking legend! What a fucking legend. Perfect Zero, nobody can beat us when we're teamed up. You can feel your motivation. You made me try harder than usual.
we're on a roll.
Morgana the Strips kisses you. What the fuck, Morgana?
What do you think?
Yeah, we might be able to do this again.
All right.
Which would actually be pretty cool, because then I would only need to do it once more. But
I
just
know
fuck
you
up
can
the
do
catches
it.
when I really would genuinely 100% just throw all 3 darts off the board. Like, I throw them at a catchy.
Oh.
Just straight up throw the darts at a catchy.
All right then. My turn now.
Because the game for some reason refused to invite a photo. I guess we couldn't do 3 anyway, so it's not gonna make a difference.
Give it your all. Oh.
So would it have been better to...
Superb. I think I get it now.
It would have been better to fuck it up and then, you know.
This is good.
Okay, yeah, that was my fault.
I had so much fun. That should do it for now.
Does Morgana's friendship even matter?
Ah, you're back.
I'm confused. Where the fuck is he? I'm confused. It's okay. I'm confused. I thought we were done with him. I mean, I'm of course not. He's got. This guy's a bit of a dick. By a bit of a dick, an obvious dick, and genuinely, you know. Why would I like the guy? He's just not very nice, or smart, or cool. Or, you know. Tricky solo play. I'm confused. But as he is my only option right now. See what he wants, I guess. I have 3 right now. Not much we can do for Sai-san, but wait. Nearly end of my tenure with the Parentheses, aren't we? Well, a trip to the Jazz Club.
What do you want to do?
Sure, man. Thanks. I'll see you there, shall I? Tell you about keeping your enemies close.
You like it here?
I'm so happy that I'm here talking with you again. Isn't this Jazz Club nice? Like how not a lot of people really know this place. Or does that sound like I'm showing off?
Yes.
Ah, so there was a singer here today. It really is a different hearing the real thing. Delicious. It's very well made.
Hey.
A long time ago, a girl from another class confessed her love for me. Oh, this isn't me bragging, by the way. At the time, the only thing on my mind was how exactly I was going to turn her down. I'm terrible, aren't I? I think so too. But I have something I must do. Yeah, something evil.
I feel a bit
We talked more than I was
today.
expecting. I suppose the atmosphere of this place does that. Even aimless chatting can help you realize certain things. It wasn't a bad experience.
This is a nice change of pace. All right.
Oh.
I had fun today.
Time I spent with you was so meaningful. Oh, there's something else I want to ask you about. Ah, sorry. Looks like I have to get to work. But time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Goodbye.
A night in Kichijoji. I'm sorry, that was an achievement? Attend the jazz club. Beautiful. The most useful thing I've gotten out of Akechi.
Hey!
I don't like him. He's some fucking handsome prince, right? He's a clear scumbag. Fuck him. Genuinely. Throw him into a volcano.
Oh,
I figured it'd do it, but fuck it, I mean, just doing the book with the car anyway. You know, we're kind of... We're not really flush for choice here, because we've kind of...
today we're
done it
going
all.
over.
Now then, please open your textbooks. Today we'll be learning about trigonomic functions. Since cosine, sine, cosine, and tangent this is where a lot of people aren't able to keep up. Ha 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 ha. Why would you panic just from seeing a graph? I don't get it. A complicated formula gets condensed down into a single line. Isn't it simple and elegant? All of them have distinct shapes that simulate the imagination. Now then, Titan Sand, look at these graphs.
Give me an answer.
Do you know the name for the graph? Your hint is snails. I think it's this one, to be honest. Not S-cutting graph, which is hilarious.
This is it.
Precisely.
That's correct. Don't you think it looks a bit like a snail shell? Not really, man. I think the Archimedean spiral is more like a snail shell. There are many other graphs with assuming names. For example, a devil's curve is called because it looks like a Chinese yo-yo called a Diabolo. There's something particularly diabolical about it otherwise. Really? That the curve has never tried to steal your fucking soul. Looks like it's stolen my soul. Yeah, that's my soul gone. It's gone right now, and we're no. Some people think of math as an enemy, like a devil. But this research suggests that people who excel at math have higher incomes. If you're shooting for a high salary, sometimes you need to be willing to fight demons. Honestly, I feel like fighting demons would be easier than trying to understand graphs like that. Yeah. Oh, look, it's Kohai.
Oh, Senpai. There's
Oh,
something I'd like to
Kohai!
discuss with
You
you.
see how fucking rude it is?
Would you mind if I joined you for lunch? Thank you.
It seems like this part's voice.
All right, let's head to the roof.
Makes me watch her jump.
It's starting to get rather cold, isn't it? Sorry to bring you here. This is something I oughtn't really bring up around other people.
I'm going for my period. What?
Senpai, are you still planning to continue on as the Phantom Thieves? Lately, I haven't been hearing any positive gossip about the Phantom Thieves. Despite how much people cheered on your cause, even though they knew nothing about you or your friends, all they do now is speak ill of the Phantom Thieves. I know it's not my place to say this, considering I turned down your offer to join and all, but this change in attitude is simply awful. They're doing the exact same thing to you all that they did to me. Yet, you're still going to keep at it? Why, Senpai?
By conviction.
Take care of something. I see.
Yeah. But don't worry about us. There isn't even a 1 in a million chance that my Phantom Thieves could ever lose.
Your family believes.
I see. Well, I won't stop you. However, could I ask a favor? Or rather, could you promise me something? Once things settle down, I'd like you to join me somewhere so we can go have some fun together. I am too. I'm already beginning to look forward to it. So, please be careful out there. Oh, but I plan to keep my other promise I made with you about the physical training. Tomorrow. Is that too sudden? Maybe we should train the day after tomorrow then?
But that day's when...
Trumpet. How do you fucking validate just coming in and just smacking me in the face like
I see.
that?
I haven't eaten yet! Come on, Senpai. You need to eat too. No one wins a fight on an empty stomach, you know.
Hey,
Are you busy?
Kid, for you? Yeah, I am. Fuck off. Phantom Kodo. Fine, finish talking to me. I don't have a death, do I? Yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
Hey, inmate!
I don't understand what you mean by the point. Like, yeah, I updated it. It's the same thing essentially.
Justine, you have. Read here. Time for some rehabilitation. Let's execute him. Well, how's this gonna go?
Can't do that one. Can't do that one. Are you eating them? That's a good question. Is it like are you eating? I don't understand why are they
change your
chopped and fried? I don't is
Justine,
that huh?
you handle this. Read here.
Huh?
This persona, a fee is required. Then accept this persona.
You know what?
Time for
I guess I didn't
Let's
specify.
execute 'em. Well, how's this
So,
gonna go?
you know, it makes sense. It checks out.
You change your mind? Justine, read here. This persona, you'll withdraw. This is your
Okay, give me
power.
this
Are you finished? What?
one. No, I have no pistol.
Time for some rehabilitation. Let's execute. To a world beyond this one. Not terrible. Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
It will receive a... I see.
Hey, what? You got me good. You know. Just,
You change your mind. Done already? What? No slacking off.
bruises, sprains, broken bones. I'm not a surgeon. I don't know if fall is season for sports, but consider your age. Don't tell yourself. Well, I guess a kid like you doesn't have much to worry about there. So, what are you here for today? I've been busy lately with all my new patients, but what the heck? Oh, everything's set up already. Thank you, dear. This is my favorite handkerchief.
Uh-huh.
It was all right in front of me, so... Oh my, you're a shy one, aren't you? I'm not shy. My neighbor speaks highly of you. She says your medicines are better than those of the big hospitals. Very reassuring to have such a distinguished doctor right here in town. I'll see you again soon. What the heck? Thanks to you. There's a lot of talk going around about me, started by that girl and her dad. Apparently, they've been telling everyone that I can make all these amazing medicines and remedies. Now the number of patients I'm seeing has increased dramatically. I don't know what some of these people are thinking, though. I've had a lot of crazy requests. Like yesterday, a patient requested a sweet-smelling compress. And the other day, I had a request for a cold buster. Ha! A drug like that deserves a Nobel Prize. Other requests have included hair and skin tonics. I even had to do a consultation about a cat. Sheesh. Like some kind of genius doctor.
Stop that.
No. This is all interfering with my development. I'm only interested in completing my new drug. When I roll in the as the Blade, I'm not suited for all this other stuff. Quiet, you. But a town doctor, huh? That sort of lifestyle profession might be possible for me at one time, but now. Oh yeah, about those clinical trials. With so many new patients, it's taking longer to analyze the data, so I'll need to catch up. This is a bit of a strong, on the stronger side, but I'm sure you'll be okay.
All right.
Oh,
Looks like that girl is going to make a full recovery. Treatment seems to be going a good match for her. At least I can breathe a little easier for now. Hopefully she'll be able to attend school soon.
what?
What? Are you so happy about? Are you excited for your next clinical trial? Well then, let's have some fun. Ugh, guts. I mean, I need guts. No, I can go to
Bye.
Big Bang Burger anymore. They don't. Fuck, I've done all the challenges apparently. A little guinea pig doing after the catch up. I know it was probably a lot to handle considering I doubled the dosage and half the activation time. But we're so close. We're all right at the end of this. I can feel it. I need you to stick around just a little bit longer. Hope you can handle it. Well, aren't you a little go-getter? You're just excited, that excited about it. Maybe I'll have to give you a dose of everything and see how you hold up. Well, I've got some catching up to do. I have a process to process today's data as soon as possible. Make sure to call if you ever feel sick, okay? Take care.
Well then.
Tomorrow's the day. Once you get us that calling card, there's no turning back. Make sure you finish preparations tonight.
What shall we do? Now. What do you think?
I'm gonna raise my kindness. Main cafe? That's charm, I think. Power shop.
What would you like?
Hey!
Oh, there's the,
Yep.
This is not the, no, this main cafe is... Is it in Akihabara?
Oh! I knew you could do it. Hey, hey!
Maybe raise my kindness, but I don't remember how.
Hey!
Before I forget, because I almost forgot entirely. This year wants the. Photo. Necklace. And Akechi can have a black dotted tights. I don't know you give to Gonzalez for something like that. This 50 days here is probably pretty good, right? Yeah, I suppose we throw out. I guess we'll just see if there's a. You can see this movie playing, right?
Wow!
Efficiency.
Well,
Nope.
what's up? Wow! Well, what's up?
Fuck, my thing's stuck.
Oh! Wow!
There we go.
Well then.
Too many pigeons, do something! And why is our curfew so strict?
They're doves, a symbol of peace. Rules are rules. You must observe the curfew.
Piss on your rules, I ain't no little kid. Oh, take this, I want
Is
to
that the fucking, is that the clinic? It's what's your name's back there? Takumi. Yes!
All right.
Never doing anyway, we're fucking stuck doing this. Oh, was today the day? It just kind of stuck up on me. Are you alright? I know you went to see him alright every day. How can he be gone? I feel so sick. There were so many things I wanted to talk about with him. Why can't he just stay forever? What am I supposed to do now? Man, you really are a serious case. It seems like you aren't alone. He was pretty popular with the girls. Who, what?
Ah,
Oh, Maruki. Ah, Titan-kun.
good morning. I know this is last minute, but if it's possible, could you come and see me during lunch today?
Sure.
Glad to hear it. I wanted to discuss something with you, since it'll be our last chance to do so here.
What? Oh.
Well, my role as Shujin's counselor does end today, so technically, it'll be our last opportunity to converse here at the school. I do have a farewell speech to give the school at morning assembly, but I'd also like to speak with you individually. Considering the occasion, lunch is on me. I'll have something special waiting for you, so you look forward to
honestly,
that.
wouldn't be that
Well,
far.
I'll see you later.
He just fucking pulled Cookie on me.
Dr.
But he pulled out
Mark,
like
he's
that.
really leaving.
It's already been half a year, huh? That
Ugh.
sure went by fast.
It's already been half a year, huh, bruh?
We would like Dr.
Good chow.
Martin to share a few last words with the student body. Well, Doctor, if you will.
Good morning, everyone. As the Vice Principal has mentioned, today marks the end of my tenure at Shujin Academy. Over the past several months, I've come to learn about all sorts of conflicts that you students have faced this year. Troubles with romance,
I don't want to answer that
studies.
question.
In fact, some of you have financial issues that are awfully similar to my own. But before I leave here, I want to offer you a final piece of counseling. If your situation ever becomes too painful to endure, remember, it's okay for you to escape your problem. I don't want a single one of you to think that an unfair reality you've been forced into is the only one that you have to live.
It's okay.
What I'm trying to say is, even if your life is full of worries, it's best for you not to obsess over them. Your existence in this world is an amazing miracle.
Why not? Because of that
You
face.
deserve to spend your days in happiness.
But I feel by not answering the question is the answer in of itself, isn't it?
Even after I'm long gone. I guess things don't always pan out like you expect. Well, that's it. Thank you for having me here this year. Good luck to you all.
Dr. Mark!
Dr. Maruki!
I wanted to thank him personally, but it may be best to hold off on that for a bit. Mm-hmm. I doubt we could get a word in edgewise anyhow.
Thank you for coming here. Since this is about to be my last meal at Shujin, I've brought the best lunch ever. These tempura bowls are from a restaurant I've been curious about since I first came to the school. I'd always passed on it due to the price. But today is special. Not only that, I ordered the deluxe bowls for us.
Why are there trees in here, dude? Ooh, fancy.
Well, you've got to be at least a little lavish on occasions like this, right?
I have no words how delicious this smells.
Ooh,
That's
this
immediately
aroma's really
fucked up.
triggered my appetite. Too bad I can't see anything now.
Two blind idiots.
I'm so glad I splurged on that. Upscale dishes like that really do taste incredible. I wish I could just get lost in this bliss forever. Well, now that we've finished our food, let's get down to business. First off, I have quite big news. My paper's done.
You did it!
I've mentioned this before, but still, this is truly thanks to you. Had you not shared your experience and insights with me, this paper never would have been completed. Please, allow me to express my gratitude to you once more as a most helpful student of Shujin. And as a phantom thief as well.
You know that.
There's no need to be obtuse. Why don't you take a look at the title of my paper over there?
It says, Interpreting Reality Through Cognitive Science and the Alteration of Reality by External Influence. Rookie, I'm gonna have to pull the gun on you now. Yeah, I got a chance to read. It's fine, thank you.
I'm a quick
You
leader.
know, the Phantom Thieves' act of changing hearts is rather reminiscent of cognitive science in practice. They infiltrate
Rookie,
a reality
I'm sorry,
that
you're gonna have
exists
to die
solely
now,
for
buddy.
their targets.
I'll make the rules.
A reality wholly separated from the one that the public recognizes. By accessing that world, they gain the means of permanently altering their target's cognition. That is what I hypothesize as being the change of heart you induce in your targets. Should I take your silence to mean I'm correct? To be entirely honest, it was all the way back in April, when I first came to speak with the principal here about providing counseling to you students. I actually witnessed the moment when you came out of an individual's reality like I'd mentioned. You suddenly appeared in the back alley near the school. I believe Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san were with you? Takamaki-san appeared to be extremely exhausted.
Thanks.
He was always there.
It wasn't long
There
after
was
that
never
scene
any
that
other
Mr.
option.
Kamoshida had his change of heart. Beyond what I witnessed, I had also been told that you three were closely affiliated with Mr. Kamoshida in some way. At that point, I was already half convinced that you were involved. I was almost certain Mr. Kamoshida's change of heart was provoked by the three of you.
What's your game here, buddy?
Well, I've been researching cognitive science ever since I was a grad student. For years, I've been attempting to directly interact with an individual's cognition so I can help address their pain and despair. But, for certain reasons, this research has never been acknowledged in academia. Despite that, I continually pursued evidence that my hypothesis is correct. It was during that time I happened to come across the Phantom Thieves of Hearts, fresh from a mission. My heart began to dance. I thought to myself, maybe I could complete my research if I were to have your assistance. That's why I approached you and your group of friends in the first place. I hadn't mentioned any of this until now because, well, I didn't want you to take it the wrong way and suspect my motives. But I think that's everything I'd kept from you. Does that change your opinion of me?
You rat us out, you fucking
Why would
rat!
I do that?
You're a
I like
rat!
to think of myself as someone who wouldn't sell out a person to whom I owe so much. If you don't believe what I'm saying, you're free to change my heart as you like.
I don't know if that's how it works.
Thanks to you, I finally know what I need to do.
No, I could dominate this fucker
I'm going to
in a day,
stand
so,
up to our current
I'm sure his
reality.
pussy ass
I
don't have
swear
a
I'll use my
big old
research to
palace.
make our world a better place. Though, it'll likely be through
We'll find him at
different
the first
means than
level
how
of
the Phantom
Mementos.
Thieves reform members of society.
He's like, oh, I'm a little boy, please don't beat me.
Indeed. You have a strong moral compass, never losing sight of your own definition of justice. I'm more grateful than ever to have met a young man like yourself. Although it's not like this is the last time we'll see one another, still, thank you for everything up to this point.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened the ultimate secret of the Counselor, granting thee infinite power.
Thou hast awakened the ultimate secret of the Counselor, ignoring the students' trauma, really not helping them at all. Real-life counselors don't help. That's why we have bad things happen at schools. Because they don't really care.
All right. I am going to follow the path that I believe in. I sincerely hope that one day, at the end of that path, I'll be able to aid you as well. Even if you just considered it to be meddling in your affairs. Whoops. Looks like we're out of time. We'll meet again though, right?
It's almost like it's destiny.
That's right. Hey. No, it's nothing. Best of luck to the both of us. See you around.
It sets on fire as usual. Anyway, tomorrow's finally it. I hope everyone remembers. The date of the plan? Oh, of course you remember. That means we're sending out the calling cards today, right? Yes, today's our only option. Please have yet to actually make a move, but I'm certain we have reached our limits. We wanted to wait as long as possible to make Makoto's sisters panic, right? Yes, taking that into account, today would be the best option. I saw her pulling her hair out this morning. We can speak in more detail about this after school. Alright, see you at LeBlanc.
Boss said he reserved the place just for us. We're free to drink as much coffee as we want.
Ain't this place always empty, though?
I'm telling boss.
Huh?
Everyone here?
Oh my god, that face, Ryuji.
I was just joking.
We're supposed to be discussing where we should send the calling card.
Considering how big the hype's gotten, she'll probably just think it's a prank, won't she?
I could always put it on Sai-san's desk. The people know me there, so I could gain access easily.
That's not a good idea. If you're the only one who can get in there, it'll be easily traced back to you.
No, that's a great idea.
I can just
Let's
tell
have
her
him do
came
it.
for her in the mail. That would be the least risky method. No matter what she asks. I'll tell her I don't know anything.
let him get
But
caught.
Makoto, that's...
Let him get framed. Let him get fucking
You're our
executed
leader,
publicly.
so this will be up to you. Should we leave the calling card to Makoto?
No. I want you to take it. No. Morgana's an idiot. Take it, Akechi.
Is that really the only way?
I'll be okay. I've already traversed far more dangerous ground than this.
We will leave it to you then. Thank you for agreeing to this. I will need to step up my game as well to make up for it.
Very well then. We'll enter from in front of the courthouse. Does 6 o'clock in the evening work for everyone?
Yup, got it.
Same as always. Well then, let's get ready for tomorrow. Dismissed. Okay.
First, find the day. Left us to carry out the operation that Makoto outlined earlier.
Anyway.
We just now need to hand it over, as long as we can get to Najima. Just having like fucking fever dreams.
Madame Sae, for its sake, you are even... Madame Sae Nijima, a great sinner of jealousy. You have lost yourself amidst your obsession with success. Willing to promote injustice as justice. From the Phantom Thieves.
I found it in our mailbox.
What's that one fucking set of
To
lines?
think
not
they would
fucking-
send me one. They brand me a criminal and plan to change my heart? What nonsense. They only care about disposing of those who are an inconvenience for them. Fine. I'll just have to catch them first.
And when you do, you're going to interrogate them, right? In some kind of underground room, was it?
Why do you ask?
Oh, I just remembered you mentioning something like that before.
That's right. It will be in a special interrogation room underground. My time will be limited, but I will do whatever it takes to make them divulge their secrets.
If you haven't seen Head Secrets,
Let's do this fair and square.
Controversial fucking controversial impression.
I should probably be getting back. It's late, but I should contact the director and let him know about this calling card. I expect things will calm down a little once this case is over. Once that happens, why don't we go on a trip to some hot springs? Just the two of us.
Sis. I'm on your side. I won't let anyone do anything to you.
What an odd girl.
Do you need to make a call? I'll head up to my room then.
I'm sorry for calling so late. This is Nijima. There's something I need to inform you of. I received a calling card from the Phantom Thieves. It was addressed to me directly and... Stand by? And you've transferred command of the investigation to someone else? No, of course not. Yes. I understand. I'll remain on standby until further instructions. Please excuse me.
Okay.
What about going out tonight? When do you prepare for tomorrow? Yeah, will you be prepared for tomorrow? I'm sorry for the wait. I believe it went well. Thanks, Makoto-chan. It's all going according to plan. So it actually came to this. I actually feel somewhat nervous. Don't freak out about much about that. I screwed up. Meh. Don't forget so much about that. You screw up. We all screw up. You screw up. Wait. Oh, don't forget about that. Don't forget so much about that. You'll screw up, alright? You're one to talk. Well, that you well, I asked that you go easy on me. Well then, see you tomorrow. Hold on a sec. Crawl, go over the operation again before you leave. It's just, we discussed earlier, is it not? The future will decide the battle will decide our future. We must ensure we're fully prepared beforehand. Very well. Our objective is stealing Saya's treasure. We will meet at the courthouse at approximately 6 p.m. Good. Want to give us one last word before we go, leader? Let's kill Akechi. Woo! I'll be relying on you. What a wonderful, trusting relationship. I'll do my best in this as well.
All right. We can't afford any mistakes, especially not this time. Tomorrow's a big day for us, so let's give it our all.
I want to leave. Allow me to leave.
Now listen up.
What do you want to do?
Hang out with Mr. Jiro.
Hey! I see.
Yeah.
Oh, you making dinner?
Make sure your clothes.
I'm about to head home. Be careful with the stove, alright?
Yes, Dad!
Curry has a lot of ingredients, doesn't it? Did you see you put a fruit in there?
Let me explain.
Grated fruit is frequently used as a secret ingredient in curry. Oh! He yells from his fucking house. A hint of sweetness makes for a subtle, delectable flavor. Apples are recommended due to its fiber. Peeling the apple will bring out the sweetness found in the spicy curry. Huh? I never knew apples would go so well in the spicy curry. Also, did you hear boss's voice in our heads? They're all together with such gusto. Maybe the secret ingredient is confidence? Wow, we really just have to fucking burn the whole of them up. Nice. The curry's smelling good. This will definitely be a hit.
Yes! Alright.
Oh!
You look awfully proud of yourself. The recipe sure has some love and care behind it. Try it again in the metaverse. Maybe it'll heal your wounds. You were given the chance to learn how to make curry, so don't let it go to waste. There'll be many times when you'll be asked to overcome serious someone. Wouldn't hurt to hone your skills. We should rest for tomorrow. We had a big day today. Coming. Tomorrow. Today. Tomorrow. Tomorrow. Today. Take your heart.
The day has come. Are you all prepared?
The day has come, and so have I.
What of the calling card, Makoto?
I showed it to Sis. She took it from my very own hands. Makoto.
I understand how you feel, but you mustn't be so downtrodden.
Yeah, if we screw this up, we're done for. It's way more than losing the place we belong. We could even lose our lives here, you know.
It'll be all
Public
right.
execution.
I want to
The
save
first
my
one in
sister,
Japan in
no
years.
matter what. Is everyone decided? Mm-hmm. All's well that ends well. So much has happened since we first started. You guys have become quite the reliable team.
Well, I thought it was gonna win, to be honest.
Alright, Joker. This is the Phantom Thieves' final heist. Give us the signal.
Turns it on. Gets one set of lines out.
It's showtime.
Long Futaba. Fucking, I love that so much. That is just honestly my favorite part of any of these games. That fucking warping. We're not bringing him, that's for sure. We should rebring. Oh, no. I think, like, our team isn't amazing, but it's not bad. Are you sure it's some of the lesser level people? We got 2 healers in the team, so it's good. I wonder if maybe we should bring on instead, though. I think we have still have the option to switch people out as well. No, she's got 2 showtimes? Fuck it. Let me check my team actually, because that would probably be the next. Lightning, fire, wind, fire, ice. So what was it? I think we have everything but a Hamon. Might be at least. No, we don't. We should be. We should be good. We should be good. TM. Wrong button.
Let's do it.
Could have saved. And it's been, you know, an hour and a half.
Let's go.
Whoa!
Huh? Where's the treasure? It seems you came just as I planned. You planned? No. Was the treasure put on display to lure us here? So that's why we should faintly see its shape. First off, allow me to compliment you. I never expected you would have been able to make it this far. You would much rather have the treasure than your words of praise. Where did you hide it? Come, we shall put an end to this once and for all. It seems as though she wants us to pursue her. Damn, she's mocking us. Let's go after her. Get her ass! Scoob! You already got the, yeah.
Do you have a moment?
The elevator will most likely take us direct to Silent Station. Is everyone ready to go? I'm sorry, what option do you have? Sis, I'll protect you no matter what it takes. Okay. That is not a very
What
flattering
kind of
angle.
game will it be this time? No matter what you bring out, we will emerge victorious.
You are making a grave mistake if you think you have me cornered. I only guided you here because this place allows me to fight to my heart's content.
Sis.
When my father died in the line of duty, I hated his killer from the bottom of my heart.
That's understandable.
Dying to uphold justice sounds virtuous, but the ones left behind have to clean up the mess. Can you imagine the hardships I had to endure?
Perhaps I had overestimated her. I thought her reasoning would have been more noble somehow.
She's lost control. This is wrong.
Justice cannot yield to evil. I must win, no matter what.
This is nothing more than self-righteousness.
All we need to do to determine who is right is battle. Now, why don't we begin?
You sure about it?
This?
A clash of brute strength is simply uncalled for on this stage.
What is she intending?
No more coins or playing games! We ain't following your damn rules!
Oh, you will.
It's
There is
weird. I
no
can't tell
room
if
for
the
negotiation.
you know, it's supposed to be in
You will
Japanese.
know
That's where
soon
their
enough.
mouth is like, you know.
What was that?
Now, come at me!
You'll save her, right?
All right, everyone. Be on alert.
May the best player win!
All right, let's do it.
Punch it. Oh, he's doing damage. I don't think. I think that it's not even like a combat round yet, technically.
Player win!
What the?
Now let us play a game of roulette. The stakes will be our lives. Of course, acts of violence are forbidden here. One must follow the rules.
We already told you. There's no way we're gonna follow your rules anymore.
That's fine by me. Such troublesome people will just face the penalty.
There's a penalty for not spinning the roulette. What should we do?
Why spin it?
Ah, so you've broken the rules. In that case, it's time you be penalized. Cheaters get punished.
Joker, are you
Jesus!
What? This is the penalty?
Those who cannot follow rules are not
I
to
wasn't
be
paying
tolerated.
attention.
That is simply how society operates.
Time for my persona.
You will predict which pocket the ball will fall into. Now, the time has come for our first round. Choose where you will place your bet.
I'm almost positive she's going to try and cheat. But even if we bring that up, she'd just ignore us. We should go along with the game for now, and try to gain evidence on her methods of cheating.
I agree.
Here's Paw. Various bonuses apply to enemies or your allies for an outcome. Rare bonuses are given for more than predictions. Carefully continue following. Follow of battle. Your name place your bet.
Well, how will you bet?
Close our eyes and click a button.
Have you made your decision? Then let's see the results.
Oh, wait. That was just you two.
We lost. Have you figured anything out, Joker? Really? How is she doing it? I see. You're right. It did seem like the ball floated for a split second there.
How humiliating.
Let's catch her in the act so she can't talk her way out of it. Have
And
someone
what-
snipe the pocket when that glass lid appears. You're in charge of choosing who's gonna be the sniper.
Joker, choose someone to send. I'll show up. I'm ready whenever. I'm going.
Tara with her grenade launcher will be the sniper.
May the best player win.
No, not my money.
The stuff displayed on the monitor, that must mean the betting changes every time.
Persona! Parvati! Something else.
Persona! Huh? I appreciate it.
Get hard up there, man.
The sniper is in their designated spot. All that's left is to wait for the next roulette spin.
The sniper with the
Time
fucking,
to make your bet.
fucking
Well,
bad boy.
How will you bet?
It's the fucking grenade launcher, man. Oh, that was a mistake. Sorry.
What? Joker! What was that about fair
Look
and
at that
square?
fucking
You were
slingshot.
totally cheating. You coward! What are you so quiet for? Say something! Shut up!
Bumps with her. That's my girlfriend. Nice tits.
Sis?
Cheating? Unfair? Silence! This is my world! I am the law! I am everything! No one in this world deserves to win except for me! If you still dare to defy my justice, then prepare to be totally crushed!
This is my sister's true nature? No!
We're finally back to a normal fight.
Good luck, Joker. Wait! The roulette panels!
How about this?
She's way more powerful than
Persona!
before. Don't underestimate her. Thank you so much. Persona! Ha!
Behave
Persona!
yourself!
Feel my rage!
Persona! Shall we?
Great, Russell. I brought nobody who's very helpful.
My justice has revealed to me. I must purge all evil at an atomic level! Take this!
Are you okay? She's gonna go nuclear on us. Get ready.
Titania! Go down!
Hard forward. My other step. Me. Yeah. Thanks. Persona! Strong and impervious to nuclear attacks? Out of order!
Sorry
Time
for
to
the
make
trouble.
up for that little slip. Persona! Strong and impervious to nuclear attacks? Huh.
I wonder if it is impervious now that,
Are you okay? Joker got knocked down.
Jesus Christo! Wow, okay, yeah, fuck me, I guess.
Persona! Melchizedek!
That's not even quite what I wanted. I'm just fucking sick of this.
Baphomet! You're mine.
Mona's back. Sorry about that. Ha! I appreciate it. Persona! Sorry for the make up for that little slip. Persona! Here!
I will win! Persona! There!
What is this shit fucking
Strong
useless,
and
man?
impervious to nuclear attacks?
I think it's fucking... Do really well.
Strong and impervious to nuclear attacks? Persona! Persona!
That's really swapping out.
You don't have any skills that'll hit a weak spot. Let's go. Persona! How's this? Are you okay?
Let's go.
Well, I have this.
Kiyomi! Taste my fury!
Time for my persona! The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless. I'll use my persona! The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless. Persona! Prepare yourself! Sorry for the make up for that little slip. Allow me!
Oh, fuck me! That's all I wanted to do.
Only victory matters. To guarantee it, you have to be willing to do anything.
I mean, we're the giant gun range. You don't say that they like you know.
No matter what happens here, I need
boss
to keep
killer.
winning.
Why?
How about this? Persona! Mitsuguchi! You're mine.
Witness my resolve! Not finish you!
Get it. Thank you.
Persona! Take that! Come! The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Oh, almighty, great.
What the?
I'm right. I'm always right. That's why I have to be the victor. All who stand in my way will be crushed. Don't stand in the way of my victory!
You think that probably would have killed me?
Here I go!
Like, she stepped intervened there.
Persona!
The opponent is strong. Don't do anything reckless.
Go down!
Persona! I'll use my persona! Persona!
Die, die, die!
Someone give us some support!
Let's go.
Melchizedek! Alright.
Playing dead isn't easy. The opponent is strong. Persona!
That was
Don't
fun
do
to
anything
play
reckless.
She lost it.
Come! Behold!
Not easier to fight than the last one, huh? But Kuma, not hard. Sai, Kuma very hard. Sai, not that hard.
Power courses through me.
A new move? I better keep up. Now I'm even more charming.
wait a second. What did you say?
So I lost.
Sis!
That's only a shadow. Why are you so...
Quiet!
Sorry.
We'll go grab the treasure.
No, take a catchy. Don't let him be near this. Get him out of here.
I
Throw
don't
him
think
out.
it's wrong to bring light to evils which can't be judged by law. That's all the Phantom Thieves have been trying to do too. But these aggressive investigations? Twisting the truth for your own personal gain? Please. You have to think back to the feelings you had when you first wanted to be a prosecutor. Think about your justice, sis.
My justice.
Try to remember how you used to be.
How I...
Nijima-san. She's just like my father. What caused them to change like this?
Even though their own desires were the cause, succumbing to such distorted thoughts is strange. Is there another reason they don't know of?
We found it.
The investigation will now be able to proceed. The suspicions against you will be lifted as well. This deal we made was a great experience for me. To think that I, a detective, would act alongside the Phantom Thieves.
Yeah, bye! Bye, Akechi!
Yes. And you all shall end this Phantom Thieves business.
Mm-hmm.
That was part of the promise after all.
Yeah, because you've ratted us out,
Don't
haven't
forget.
you? That whole big scene at the beginning, that was all your fault,
we don't need to
isn't
stay
it?
here any
Mr.
longer.
Just joined the group and something bad happens
you
during
alright?
your first mission.
I
Who
am.
could have seen this coming?
Let's go.
Mr. telegraphs that he's a bad guy constantly.
Enemy readings! When did they... They're gathering outside!
For real? What the hell's going on?
Look at those numbers.
This doesn't look good. We defeated the palace ruler and even stole the treasure, yet the shadows are still restless. It doesn't make any sense. What's going on here? There are more coming? This'll be dangerous if we don't do something. Huh? We need to go now. Those guys in black suits are almost here. We'll be done for if we get surrounded. A team this large would be discovered immediately. We had best split up for our escape. Although, we'll need someone to act as a decoy.
Akechi!
No, that's too dangerous.
No, Akechi will do it. We believe in him.
Joker? Are you planning on distracting them by yourself?
Let him do it, Queen. He's quiet. Once his mind's made up, he's not gonna take no for an answer. I'm sure you ain't gonna die. It's you we're talking about here.
Please don't do anything reckless, okay? I'll never forgive you if you don't make it back. We still haven't fulfilled our deal, remember? Even more are coming!
This truly is a painfully reluctant parting.
It seems we had best hurry.
We'll see you later.
There's someone here. Hey, up there! He's here. Moving immediately.
I mean, of course I watched the attention. This is kind of weird, man. A little bit awkward, a little weird.
Good. Now get running!
This is our only chance.
Stay calm. You can get away now. We'll retrieve the briefcase on our end.
It's a good thing there was fucking subtitles.
Don't worry
I
about it.
couldn't understand a word it
Concentrate on
just
getting
said.
away. But I have to say, showing yourself above that crowd earlier was an excellent somewhere. Nice work as always, Joker.
I bet Skull wouldn't pull it off that smoothly.
There he is!
Oh, fuck
The
it.
enemy's focus is on him. Everyone remember where we're meeting up? No worries.
Stop right there!
Take him down, Joker!
Oh man, that's kind of weird. He's got like a human torso as a fucking wheelchair.
I am Arsene, another you that exists within. Ah, we meet once again. You have progressed well through your recollections. Last spring, you awakened to this furious power. Now, use that power and defeat the enemies before you!
Comparing power.
Persona!
No threat. Get him, Joker!
So did it just like, you know, did it just tell me about this Arsene and then never Arsene?
Something else.
You're mine.
Pissed it.
Your fate will soon be determined. Recall everything. Remember the bonds you have forged with your friends. If you are fated to continue past this point, then we shall surely meet again.
Okay, pull out before their backup gets here. Good. You defeated them with ease.
Yes, one
More
pissed.
of them? Be careful!
Let me find the clip in the back.
Joker, behind you! Go through that door!
I'll tell you. So, you know what? He told me to stop. I'm giving up,
Be able to
folks.
get out that way. Hurry!
Dude, can you even hear us?
Don't worry. I'm picking up everyone's voices. Just go, Joker! Hmm? Wait a sec. What the? I'm getting a weird reading heading your way. Come on, run!
answers simply can't be found.
What was you seeing on top there?
Where'd it go, damn it? I can't confirm the intruder's location.
Huh? What?
Up ahead, stop! This is bad! Hi, Joker! We get away if you just keep fighting. In the shadows and sneak past when you see an opening. Hey, are you sure you came this way? Understood, I'll continue the search.
Alright!
Now's your chance, make a run for it! What's these little bits of energy? How many of them are there? Everything okay? The security level might be right if we take too much time. No, I know, I'm just looking for another route. Hold on! Ah, perfect timing, Joker, look up! Can you use that thing to fly over there? Alright! Let's check from there!
Joker, stop! It's an enemy right near you! Even you can't take on this many.
And this is where
Joker,
Kohai comes
that
in.
weird reading from earlier is closing in on you too!
I'll end this right now.
Joker, it's her! She's the weird reading I've been getting!
Just fucking, she just misses it and fails me. That would be hilarious. Like, it's a cool shot, but maybe you shouldn't be throwing swords so close to your friends' heads, you know?
My weak self relied on you so much. That ends today. Let's do this, Senpai!
The enemy readings have decreased? That's...
It's been a while since we last fought side by side. But this time, it's my turn to come to your aid, Senpai. Now let's win this!
Come! Titania! Ravage them! Go ahead.
My turn now! Show them, Sondrion! Go get him! Check the landing! I think that's the last of them?
I genuinely have no clue what just happened, but I take it you're okay? Wait, bad news. Enemy backup's headed your way. You need to book it right now.
Please go. I'm going to make it harder for them to track you down. You still have something you need to do as a Phantom Thief, right? Then I won't stop you. Since I'm not a member of the Phantom Thieves, I'm in no position to interfere. However, please don't forget the promise we made, okay?
Joker, you need to get out of there! Go, go, go! Alright, let's do it!
The stairs at the end of the path. Just a little more, just hang in there. Come on, Joker.
He's not alone. Find them and kill them all.
Something wrong? The exit should be up ahead.
You're there.
that commotion, the bottom floor is completely closed off. Hey, can you make it?
Over there! There's nowhere to run!
See ya.
What a show off. You're so reckless, you know that? Enemies here?
What's wrong?
These readings. It can't be.
What happened?
An ambush? Joker, can you handle this?
Joker!
Oh no!
Capture him! Let's go! Go, go, go! Get over there!
Still struggling. Suspect secure.
Didn't expect to find some kid. You have your teammate to thank for this.
Oh.
You
Do
were
you mean
sold out.
Akechi, the only person who would actually betray me?
Suspect confirmed. Cuff it.
I think it's neat that it does, but sometimes I'm worried that, I'm just gonna say one wrong
Guess the
thing.
drug was too strong.
Then all of a sudden, I can't beat the fucking game.
Wake him up.
I'm gonna make a choice and then I'll read the dialogue option and see what it says.
No dozing off.
It's just like, in Persona 4, I never saw the
Still
fucking
don't get
ending.
it,
I didn't
do
know
ya?
that,
Give it up!
I didn't think that, well, obviously, the guy wasn't
Cooperate.
the right guy.
What? You wanted
I didn't
a
really saw
shot?
him being the villain being the right guy.
Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence? Didn't you hear my question? Answer! Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works. To think that all those crimes were led by a punk like this. And you seem to be enjoying every second of it.
Yeah, that's like the face of enjoyment for me.
You should know your place. Sign here. It's a confession under your name. I see. I need your hand to sign this, but I don't care if you end up losing a leg.
Buddy, there's only so much you could realistically get away with. Taking my entire leg off?
Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand.
Grab the pen, stab him in the
One must
neck.
take full responsibility for their actions.
Grab the pen, stab him. It's still fucking full psycho. Sorry, I can't see without my glasses.
Excuse me, but this area's off.
I'm Nijima from the Public Prosecutor's Office.
The prosecutor's office? What business do you have here?
Just let me through. It's urgent. There's something I need to confirm with the suspect.
Nijima-san, I believe this case is no longer in your jurisdiction. Besides...
You prosecutor signed Nijima? There's a call from your director. Hurry and get it over with. To be frank, you're being an inconvenience.
I thought I ordered you to stand by.
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm not even being allowed an interrogation?
I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up.
I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is my case.
Good luck to you then. I won't be expecting much, though.
Prosecutor, I forgot to mention something important. Your time will be cut short. We can't permit you to talk with him for long. It's for your own sake. His methods are unknown. After all, we don't even know if it's safe to simply meet and speak with him.
I understand.
Well done on making it this far, inmate. Now that you have traversed your long, perilous recollection, you truly have entered the present. The effects of that drug are gonna wear off soon. This is your golden opportunity. You must grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin. The evil influence who wishes you dead is fast approaching. If you want to win this unreasonable game, if you wish to take back your stolen future, recall the bonds you formed with your allies, and grasp the truth that will save you from the brink of ruin.
I play Haru in defensive mode.
I see. So that's what led to your ending up here. What a disappointing end to the hero of justice. I still can't believe it. But I now have a general idea of the methods you used for your crimes. There's much more I'd like to ask, but my allotted time is nearly up. I do have a suggestion, though. Care to strike a deal? If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your sentence. I have a responsibility to solve this case. I will win, even if it means brokering a deal with you. Your operation was leaked and you failed to change my heart. There's no point in being obstinate now. You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very existence. You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty, unless you accept my proposal. Going forward, I will read a list of people who are closest to you and this case. Tell me honestly whether or not the following are involved with the Phantom Thieves. First, the friend who you've been with since the day you transferred to Shujin, Ryuji Sakamoto. One of the victims of the Kamoshida case, An Takamaki. Ichiryusai Madarame's pupil, Yusuke Kitagawa. The daughter of Wakaba Ishiki, Futaba Sakura. The heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and daughter of its CEO, Haru Okumura. And the frequently probing student council president of Shujin Academy, Makoto Nijima.
And your cat.
Those are your accomplices in the Phantom Thieves case, are they not?
Sorry, never heard of them.
So you won't sell out your friends. Then let me change the question. I find it hard to believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes by themselves. Were there not others outside of your direct group who encouraged your crimes or lent their aid? Not to repeat myself, but remember that your life will be forfeit if your sentence is not lightened. You had the cooperation of people outside your group, did you not? Can you tell me about them? I see. So you won't speak a word about either your teammates or your collaborators. Do you even understand the position that you're in? Let's discuss one other person, Goro Akechi. There are reports that he was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves as well. Might he be a part of your team too?
That's impossible.
So
Yeah,
Goro
no,
Akechi
yes.
wasn't one of
Yes.
them. Very well.
Nodding heavily,
So
yes.
be it. You
Never
clearly
heard
have
of
no
it.
intention of bargaining with me. Even now, you're still acting as though you're a hero of justice. Your teammates have sacrificed you in order to escape, yet you wish to defend their honor? Why won't you talk about them? Don't be ridiculous. You're not the one to decide such things. Justice? Then tell me, what is this justice you speak of? Saving others? What an awfully simple response. You continue to stand firm. Are you implying that we have no evidence on you? You're right. We have nothing. And it doesn't help that your story sounds like a fairy tale. But many people have fallen victim to this. We need to learn the truth. The truth, huh? I don't even know what's right anymore. And it's all due to your strange story. After all this, you're still...
Jog is starting to wear off.
Are you listening? The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
I won't be deceived. I feel like getting to be important.
You realized it too then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Hey, can you hear me? It seems your mind is clearing up. But unfortunately, my time has run out. Although I find your story to be quite interesting, I won't be able to speak with you any longer.
Giving up? Loser.
What are you getting at?
Loser.
That's right.
Just
No
making
matter
fun
the
of her.
results of this case, I won't be receiving credit. I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
Interrogation. That's right. I remember.
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into go? Nijima mentioned a special interrogation room, didn't she? Good. It looks like we can make this work if we lure them there.
Hey. Hey, are you listening? Our time's up. We're done talking here. Goodbye.
Estoy lost.
Planned? Why are you saying such odd things? Anyhow, there's one last thing I want to ask you. There's something that's been bothering me for some time now. Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this investigation and was told to remain on standby. A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act, within some bizarre phenomenon. But that was all I was told. You were told someone
You
sold
just see
you
5
out,
kids
correct?
zonking out
That's
on the side of the
true.
road.
Who could it have been?
Like they're
Don't
just
you
on
have
drugs.
any idea?
Rolled out. That's right. There's something I need to do.
My suspicions were true in the end. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out. All that's left is to figure out a way to hand it over. It's all up to you, leader.
Like you, Mr. Kitty Cat.
That'd be impossible. A cat giving someone a smartphone is completely unnatural. Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done. We'll be counting on you to pull this one off.
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as to who sold you out?
I might.
You're not joking, are you?
Maybe.
If you know something, you must tell me. I won't allow things to end like this.
The phone.
You mean this? I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of time until it's cracked. What's so important about this smartphone? Are you going to unlock it and show me the data?
Just like
Let's
going
let her
nuts.
sleep. She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta figure out a way to show him the phone.
Dude, put her on the bed. Come on. Just fucking put this poor girl on the couch with what looks like a fucking manga as a headset.
That's right. I'm sure Makoto and the others told you about it. We need to show it to the true culprit. You know, the traitor.
Damn, so it must be Ryuji.
Hey,
He's been on a long
What are you
time.
trying to get at here? And what about this
Imagine
smartphone?
that would be a fucking hard turn.
The true culprit?
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life.
Please. I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show
Whose
this to?
voice was that? Who told you?
What do you... My god. You're referring to him, aren't you?
Why is everybody fucking being so vague about it? Akechi is clearly the bad guy.
That's it?
Oh my god, one
What
second.
are you plotting? I can't even begin to fathom it.
1 second. It's the only fucking
It appears my time is
bother
up.
I'll be taking. I got a boss
This
of
is
Mike
as far
Connects
as
now.
our conversation can
Sorry,
go.
it's a little bit loud. Mike Connects. Other candies are available.
This will be my last involvement
not
with
quite as
this
Mike and
case. Very well. I've listened to your whole story, so I may as well play along to the end. And that honest look in your eyes. I used to view the world the same way too once. I'll place my bet on you. I just need to show him the phone, right?
I feel she finally understands me.
I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of judgment, granting thee infinite power.
What first time I shoot one? Ah. What?
All right. All right.
That's a little bit of commentary about how the ultimate justice is in fact Satan, or the ultimate judgment. I guess, yeah. Right, because you're sent to hell to get to judgment, right?
I'll be going now.
Or at least receive the punishment for your judgment. I don't know.
What good will this do, though?
Shock horror.
Akechi-kun?
Hun?
Why are you
Akechi-kun?
here?
Why do you seem so surprised?
I needed my director to step in to get access, and I was directly responsible for this case. How did you get approval?
For the same reason you did. I am heading up the investigation team after all. It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate our culprit as well, don't you think?
They assigned you command?
That was a joke, of course. I'm merely here to assist with the public security interrogation. I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here, yes? Nobody would ever know if things got a little violent.
If I remember correctly, didn't you say there was another culprit besides the Phantom Thieves?
That was but a lie I spread to set them up. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had deceived you too, Sai-san. After all, if you wish to trick your enemies, you must first trick your allies.
So it was you. You're the one who sold out the Phantom Thieves. I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to? Oh my god. You're referring to him, aren't you?
Is there a problem?
Akechi-kun, does this phone look familiar to you?
Excuse me? What is this phone?
It belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I believe you'll need it for your investigation.
Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves myself, remember?
True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment. Good luck in there.
What's the little fucking box for?
Foolish woman.
Dumb whore.
May I ask that you accompany me? Going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer makes me uncomfortable.
Huh? What are you?
Why does the policeman have a silencer gun? Or did he just throw that on?
I owe you for all of this. Thanks. That's right. You and your little friends were vital to our plan, and now it will be completed. Your popularity truly was quite stunning. That just made using you all the more worthwhile.
I think he was blushing for a second with the bruise on his face.
Have you finally pieced it all together? Case closed. This is how your justice ends.
A quick shot. Question. Shot from an angle, wouldn't that not look like a suicide? Dumbass. You know, it's kind of like an upwards. Hey, who puts their fucking gun to the top of their forehead? How difficult it must be to shoot yourself like that. Like, it's just, you know, the smartest guy in the room makes the stupidest fucking decisions, right? Ooh, pretty nice.
Shido-san, my job is complete.
That would really fucking tripping.
I've told you not to call me by name.
Maybe they just switch the main
Regardless,
character to Ryuji and they actually
all
make
that's
Joker.
left is to deal with the remnants.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his guidance. I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
Understood. Though I doubt there's anything to worry about. It's merely a cat, after all.
More importantly, they should be dealing with the suicide right about now. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out. I'll need to prepare my comments on the matter.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end as well. Beyond that, what of the director of the Special Investigations Unit?
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
No, it can't be.
No, it's always like, you know.
Even me.
me.
Why people fucking involved in this shit, right?
God.
You involve yourself in some
Damn
kind of
it.
shady fucking organization, and you're not like the main one part of it. You know what I mean? Like you have like an Epstein black book just to fucking cover yourself. You know, it might get wiped away like Epstein's black
What
book.
was
but,
all
you know.
that about, showing him this phone? The Phantom Thief Alibaba? Who is this?
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom Thieves. I inquire as to your justice, Sai Nijima.
How do they know I have this?
Goro Akechi is evil. He didn't come to interrogate the captured
Might take
Phantom
the
Thief.
Utopia
He came
voices.
to kill him.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well. Now then,
No
I'll
shit.
tell you
You're
detailed
such
steps
a
to take.
stupid
You must save him.
You want me to save him?
Yeah, go in there and use the speed. What do you mean use the speed? Just throw it at him, I guess.
What is it?
Nothing. Anyway, what brings you here? I thought you were done with your business.
Did anyone else stop by? Nobody?
There'd be no reason for anyone else to come down here.
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So it's all true.
Of course it's true. Is something the matter?
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Huh?
I've been asked to handle things instead.
You? But...
You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody. Forget this ever happened.
Move to America. Change your name. Become Burger Man. Become the king. The Burger King.
And now we return to our continued report. This morning, the police have announced that they've detained a suspect who may in fact be the leader of the Phantom Thieves group.
Imagine.
The
The Japanese
suspect
man's
is
Burger King.
reported to be a young
Anchon,
man who is
can I get you to look over here?
I'm sorry.
So you got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idol thing, you know? That cool?
What a surprise to think that the one behind all this is just a minor.
But considering how quickly they announced his arrest, the police must surely be confident in the outcome of this case.
Well, I'll be. Goodness, look at you now. It's been a while, Ryuji.
Huh?
You stopped visiting so abruptly, everyone was worried about you. It's your second year, right? Are you still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However,
He's drawing a single bird on this fucking.
I wonder if something happened.
Yeah.
You seemed stumped for once. Not feeling
For
it
once,
today?
he's been nothing but a slump the last couple of months.
Yes. Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Normal, right?
He's just a high school student. How do you think he was contacting the others?
The police here can search any online communications. His accomplices may slip up eventually.
Still, it seems the Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still a mystery. Regardless, the police are looking into attempted murder
Getting very vague, you know.
You never turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one phantom thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
You know, technically there's no laws against it.
The young man was placed on probation for assault.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown. Perhaps his motive lies there.
I believe your father can rest in peace now. That phantom thief could never have changed anything. Only a handful of people are qualified to alter the world. So you've been coming home late. That's what I've heard. I make a good playmate, you know.
We have breaking news. The young man being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
Custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
It'll be difficult to uncover his methods now. Perhaps that's why he decided to take this course of action.
It can't be.
You're shitting me. We got him.
Why is everybody else acting surprised? Why does only Ryuji know? Who tells Ryuji a secret?
It would seem as though you have been killed. But why were you killed? Why did you have to die? Do you remember? It seems you forgot an important fact while your consciousness was hazy.
November.
Indeed, your death was a necessity for your escape from certain doom. What a tremendous plan. How might you be capable of executing such a feat? Well then, let us rouse the memories which are missing.
First time I sensed something was off. That's right. It was during the school festival.
Hey, they're going. You realized it too, then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Can't trust Agechi.
My thoughts exactly. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station. There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice. This whole deal feels sketchy. Yeah, that was my plan too. Okay, let's get everyone on the same page right away.
Can you talk to actual cats? Like, do you understand them?
There's something else we want you to look into. One more person has been on our mind. If it's possible, I want to eavesdrop on their phone conversation. That'll be tough. I agree.
I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone.
So it's impossible even for you. I didn't say it was impossible. Okay, I've got a plan.
That's why she was so obsessed over his phone.
That's perfect. Don't worry, I'll tell you the details later.
Yeah, whatever. I was going to do something. I wonder if it'll really be okay.
This is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Oh.
I see. So we're going to use this place.
It'll be a gamble.
How did we get in here?
I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
It seems you finally remember. This game is not over yet. There are still things that must be done.
My memory is starting to become clearer. That's right. This is what really happened to me at that moment. Just sitting in the room, kicking my feet back and forth. La 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 la. That's kind of weird. That doesn't make any sense. What really happened there? Was I just sitting there the entire time in silence, laughing to myself? Did I get to see him do that? I'm confused. They say they arrested the Phantom Thieves. No way. He knows out all. We're the ending for a villain. Akechi is bait. Where's Cat? How did Cat get on here? I'm exhausted. Feels like my consciousness is about to fade away.
Hey, are you alright? Don't fall asleep until we reach our destination. Are you listening?
Could this be the effects of the drug wearing off? The memories I thought were gone are starting to come back.
Are you listening? Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this situation. Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did indeed have an ulterior motive.
It's on a completely different level than just that.
Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit behind the mental shutdowns. His offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thieves and kill him. If we go into Sis's palace as he suggests, we'll likely be met by a large ambush of police forces.
To think he would be this far gone. I know now what it means to feel a chill down my spine. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality into the palace.
If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group is possible. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment.
They've got a tank!
So, this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us.
Imagine.
He made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart, he killed him. And he told us he had seen the true culprit, but it was him the entire time!
Well, I mean, he did see the true culprit. It was
The
not a
whole
lot.
time he was working with Makoto's sister, he was really just some homicidal maniac. Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do it?
No. Akechi is merely a tool. His orders come from elsewhere. The grand mastermind behind this all. An unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect inside of a police station.
Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted even if we defeat Akechi.
But what means do we have of learning his identity?
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will likely eliminate us.
I think that will be the case eventually, regardless of whether or not we learn his identity. The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to kill us immediately.
Damn it! So we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion.
But if we go into the palace like we're told, he'll get arrested, and then Akechi will kill him.
Palace. The palace. Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding... Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage!
What's this all of a sudden?
There's a way. A way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity. Really?
You gotta be kidding me!
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him? That is, inside of a palace. Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one.
Why would any of you say my name?
That's it. It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can carry this operation out.
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're her sister, correct?
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's here.
Hey, you big bastard.
How've you been?
I mean, I died.
You must be fine if you're joking around like that.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
Thankfully, all my bruises healed.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell Boss what really happened?
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec. Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
We put a body double in
The
there so
true
we can
culprit
kill him
behind
instead.
all these incidents set us up.
Don't worry, Dad. It's fine.
Our goal
Call
here
me
was to
Dad.
determine their identity.
No.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else?
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
He was way too suspicious.
Akechi
He constantly
himself gave us the
messed
chance
up.
to strike
He's a
back.
fucking
He made
idiot.
one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have
That
just
was
said
going
from the
against
beginning
us.
that Akechi was the real
Our
culprit?
friendship.
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff.
Good enough.
So what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
You mean a cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Sorry. Was that supposed to be a joke?
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here!
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake. That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all. He did approach us when we found ourselves in the worst trouble yet. That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually planting my
Ain't
ad.
no business. They're catching you. Futaba would
My heart
never
was
pretend.
pounding while I was doing it, though.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly. Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
It was just an
Quirky
act.
girl.
After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Is this for real?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
So they planned to get rid of that guard from the beginning.
Well then, I will make the arrangements the day after the arrest. And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone.
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the perpetrator behind the mental shutdown crimes.
On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing. You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion. To be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but I went along with it. Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I
thought you joined the Phantom Thieves because you were under duress of being, like, you
I
know,
wasn't
sorted for
myself
large
at
amounts
all.
of money.
I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us. We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work. A perfect cognitive replica
of him in the Metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual,
Boy,
while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Columbo fucking episode, huh? Well, one more thing. Just one more thing.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However,
Morgana's
it
face.
was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse. Except that was all an act. We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand and merely acted like we were taking the treasure. This was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just as expected, he totally took the bait.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
And I had been interrogating him with no knowledge of this. But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
All I needed were the coordinates.
She's using the laptop to remotely access the metaverse. Asking her about it now would drag the conversation on too long. I should talk to her later.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and
That's-
left thinking
that's
he
my
had been
favorite picture of
victorious.
Akechi right there.
It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room.
Twiddling his thumbs.
Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that
I
quiet
like that
chamber.
picture too.
So that's why you gave me your phone. I only took it because of what you told me.
Ah, it's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
Victory.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
True.
Why is that?
Without Sis on our side, Futaba's plan and subsequent breakout would have never been possible. That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
Don't remember. Drugs.
Understandable. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Then the reason you kept this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured out that you guys made Akechi kill a fake. But what did you do about the body?
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
Bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor, I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing of this, they were thrown into disarray. As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence, and even drugs, is utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
I was thinking about that fucking, huh? Huh? It was a breeze. Don't worry about it. I didn't have to do anything.
How tough are you?
Well, I got a lot of health
It
points.
still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion. Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against...
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash. Very well. From here forward, I will do my utmost to assist you. You saved me, after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know. Let's take a break for now, though. This old brain is pooped. Oh, and feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to get together to talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word, and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
Having stories with updated. Woo-wee. No, thank you. Let me save the game for Pete's sake. It's one of those things like it always does this.
That sounds familiar.
It always happens when I'm, trying to get the fuck out of here. Right? The story just goes on for like an hour, 2 hours.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
And on to our next story, the snap election for the House of Representatives. Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido? Feels like I heard that somewhere.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Who? I believe he's a politician. Remember Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
For real?
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind all this, that would be in stark opposition to his honest public image.
So his current position and popularity is just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
We'll make him have a change of heart, no matter what it takes.
Mom.
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this, just based on the connections I had from my previous job. I think the one who crushed Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died, I had a hunch he was involved. But there wasn't anything I could do, so I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected. The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
Way back when, Shido kept saying he was going to be Prime Minister one day. Nobody believed him, though.
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes Prime Minister? What about the world?
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check the nav.
Masayoshi Shido, the guy running for Prime Minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. Ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
What does he do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
House of Commons. That's what they call it, the Diet Building. I don't know what I forgot it's called the
arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet Building?
Our next target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do this, right? No need to waste time with him. We just gotta hit the head. Nobody against it?
Of course.
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's win this together.
Time for revenge.
Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that Diet Building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we start tomorrow then? We can meet at the Diet Building after school.
That reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Miss Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told the school.
Don't let him find out you're alive then, alright? This whole thing would be for nothing.
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Yeah, but they'll know where to find me.
Everyone's gonna flip.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We're intellectuals, you know.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to
That
be
line
killed.
had to be delivered by Ryuji.
What frightening teenagers.
But the true battle has only just begun. We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy. Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research on cognition that I dabbled in, I would have thought you insane.
I made those troublesome opponents psychotic, and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Well, my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need you using that power. It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how it works.
Wakaba Ishiki, was it? That researcher. She wouldn't have had to die if she just complied.
Any suspicions should be snubbed out. Even the smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side, until recently.
Astounding, isn't it? To think the director himself often forged evidence to secure his promotion. He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests. The general public has forsaken such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must agree.
There's no need to be ruined along with such incompetent fools. I will lead this country to its revival. Those who get in the way must be eliminated at times. That's the correct way to use the metaverse.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals, which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished, and I've monopolized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations, but flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them. I've been gaining more supporters since. The current administration is
Feel
dead
bad,
with
like half the
ongoing
stream is literally
scandals.
just fucking video.
Never mind the fact that they're my doing. Even the government parties have begun splitting up, and they're dissolving just as planned. The time has finally come. Just a little more, and I will take the seat of Prime Minister. However, inauguration isn't my goal. That's
You
when
can't beat
everything
Abe.
truly begins. I'll make this country rich
Oh my
for
God,
the
it's
sake of
happening in real
selfish
life.
and ignorant masses who can only rely on others.
In other words, you're creating a powerful country that can compete with the world.
The public resonates with my ideals and follows me. And for that, some sacrifices can't be avoided. That is my duty as the Chosen One. Your assistance has been very influential in making my plans proceed smoothly. When I become Prime Minister, I'll grant whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country, perhaps even the world. Surely my story will be passed down as a hero who won against monsters that could control people's hearts. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my
I don't
studies.
think many people remember the
I
cops
suppose
took
with
down,
your
like, you know,
age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
right? Like, who was the guy who arrested
I am
Ted?
thinking about the future, though.
Like, you know, the names of the SEALs who killed Osama.
Well, how do I put this?
Looks like things are finally settled down. Life's gonna get real busy for you starting tomorrow, right? Get some rest.
Well then.
Hey, Chiefs, right? Let's take it easy for today. 1 second, I gotta talk to my girlfriend.
Remember how I hijacked your phone during the school trip? That kinda came in handy. Well, remember how I put that wiretap app in Akechi's phone? Basically, that let me see GPS info for 2 phones, yours and his. I'd be able to tell the precise moment Sae Nijima, who had your phone, ran into Akechi. That's when I saw my chance, and beep, sent the signal to activate the Metaverse Navigator. But there was a chance they'd just pass each other without saying a single word. That's why we needed you to tell Sae Nijima to show the phone to Akechi.
This plan still surprises me no matter how many times I hear it.
Still, I couldn't just directly hack into the Metaverse Nav. It's a mysterious app after all. But you know how it has that bookmark function? All you have to do is push the button. Making the phone think he was pushing that button was totally doable. Pretty good, huh?
Thank you.
I should
for
write something.
watching. Again, sorry that, I don't know, only 43 minutes I think it says? I don't know. Yeah, we went almost an hour. Whole fucking dialogue in the game. What can you do? I can't really control how long that is. We will be back tomorrow with Tears of the Kingdom because I am enjoying that a lot, and we are nowhere near done because I am really doing stupid shit tomorrow. So we're just gonna be fucking dicking around probably in the underground. So we gotta do those quests. Anyway, thank you all for watching. To like, subscribe, follow on Twitch, it all helps out. I will see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.